Hello students, I am Mandeep. Today in this video we will discuss part 3 of Madam Rides the Bus, and here we go. Her first journey, what careful, painstaking, elaborate plans she had to make for it. Means here we are talking about Wally's journey, that she had made detailed and careful and thorough plans for her journey. She had thriftily saved whatever stray coins came her way. Thriftily means spend money carefully and saved whatever leftover coins came in the house. Resisting every temptations means all the attractions whatever came, she resisted to that. To buy peppermints. What kind of temptations? Like to buy peppermint, she didn't purchase. Toys, she ignored. She didn't purchase balloon and other things like that. And finally, she had saved a total of 60 paise. How difficult it had been, particularly that day at the village fair, right? But she had resolutely stifled a strong desire to ride the merry-go-round. She didn't take merry-go-round at the village fair. She resisted to that. Resolutely stifled means like with determination, with full determination, and stifled is to control something with full determination. She controlled her desire to ride merry-go-round at village fair, even though she had the money. She had 60 paise, but she didn't take the ride. After she had enough money saved, her next problem was how to slip out of the house without her mother's knowledge. Means how to move out of the house without letting her mother know about her. But she managed this without too much difficulty. Every day after lunch, her mother would nap. Nap means to take a small nap in the afternoon, to take a small rest in the afternoon. Every day after lunch, her mother would nap from about 1 to 4 or so. Wali always used these hours. Means earlier she had been doing excursions, means a short trips or going outside the house, or she would stand at the doorway of a house and she would glance at the things, or sometimes even ventured out into the village. Today these same hours could be used for her first excursion outside the village, and that is to take a ride on bus. The bus moved on after passing bare landscape, means there is no crowd, now rushing through a tiny hamlet, means small village, and then passed an odd wayside shop, means on sides, on the that roadside there were some shops, and it passed that too. Sometimes the bus seemed on the point of gobbling up another vehicle that was coming towards them, or a pedestrian crossing the road. It seemed like that this bus would take over or absorb the other vehicles which were coming in front of the bus, or sometimes it seemed like that it would gobble up the pedestrians, means the people, the person who walk on road, it would gobble up those people. But lo, somehow it passed on smoothly, leaving all obstacles safely behind. Means all the hurdles, obstacles means hurdles, nothing happened and everything went smoothly. Trees came running towards them. Why the trees came means it seemed like that the trees were running towards them. It was due to the movement of the bus, but then stopped as the bus reached them. It again felt like that the bus was stopped in front of the trees. No, it was due to the sharp edges, or when bus had to take a sharp edge or sharp turn, then it seemed like that the bus had stopped and simply stood there helpless for a moment by the side of the road before rushing away in the other direction. It seemed like, but it was actually rushing towards the other side. Suddenly Wali clapped her hands with glee, with happiness. She clapped her hands. Why? A young cow whose tail was high in the air was running very fast right in the middle of the road, right in front of the bus. The bus slowed to a crawl, and the driver sounded his horn loudly again and again. The driver was horning. But more he honked, the more frightened the animal became, right? And when the animal became frightened with that honking sound, then it moved faster and it galloped. Galloped means ride at full speed, always right in front of the bus. Somehow this was very funny to Valli. She laughed and laughed until there were tears in her eyes. Tears come when we have excess laugh. Hey lady, haven't you laughed enough? Called the conductor. Better save some for tomorrow. This was said by the conductor कि इतना हंस रही हो, कल के लिए भी कुछ बचा लो. At last, the cow moved off the bus, means got off the bus, and soon the bus came to a railroad crossing, means the bus stopped as there was railway crossing and that was closed. A speck of train, means a spot of train could be seen in the distance, means from far distance, a spot of train was coming closer and it was growing bigger. Why that spot was growing bigger? Because that train was coming closer. Then it rushed past the crossing gate, then it passed that railway crossing with a tremendous roar. Roar means very intense and that great roaring sound, and rattle means everything vibrated there and shaking the bus. That bus also was shaken by that vibration of the train. From there it traversed a busy, well laid out shopping street and turning entered a wider thoroughfare. Means after that the bus entered, traverse means through a busy, then shopping street it entered, then it entered a thoroughfare, means a busy public road. Such big bright looking shops were there. What glittering displays of clothes and other merchandise. Such big crowds were there. Struck dumb with wonder, because she had never seen such things before, and there she struck dumb. Dumb means when a person can't speak anything. So she was surprised and she couldn't speak anything. Struck dumb with wonder. She was wondrous to see everything. Valli gaped at everything. Gape means to see everything with surprise. Then the bus stopped and everyone got off except Valli. Everybody got off the bus, but Valli remained there in the bus. The conductor asked, "Hey lady, aren't you ready to get off? This is as far as your 30 paise takes you." Then Valli said, "No, I'm going back on this same bus." Then she took another 30 paise from her pocket and then handed over the coins to the conductor, and she said she want to go back to the same place. "Why, is something the matter?" Then she replied, "No, nothing's the matter. I just felt like having a bus ride, that's all. That's why I came for a bus ride. I came and it's over, and then I'm going back." "Don't you want to have a look at the sights now that you are here?" Sights means scenes or surroundings. You don't want to have a look at that? Then she said, "All by myself." "Oh, I would be much too afraid." Ki means all by myself, कि मैं खुद से जाऊँ, or I have means I'll be afraid of that. Then greatly amused by the girl's way of speaking, the conductor said, "But you weren't afraid to come in the bus alone?" Then she said, "Nothing to be afraid of about that. If I was traveling in bus, it was not afraid or scary for me. But if I would go out of the bus and there I would go alone, and there I would be afraid. I would be scared." "Well, then why not go to that stall over there and have something to drink? Nothing to be afraid about." Then the conductor pointed at the stall which was there in front, and again she refused. "Oh no, I couldn't do that." The conductor said, "Well, then let me bring you a cold drink." "No, I don't have enough money. Just give me my ticket and that's all." Then he said, "It will be my treat and it would not cost anything to you." "No, no," she said firmly. "No, please no." The conductor shrugged, means to raise shoulders, like, because there she insisted upon that she wouldn't have anything from him. Then the conductor shrugged his shoulders and they waited until it was time for the bus to begin the return journey. Again, there weren't many passengers on the way back. That's all for today. Thank you.